What's up, everybody? Finally at the end of the road for this 4-pack. We are looking at Prime Universe Cliffjumper. I saved him for last because he's the one I really wanted out of this pack. Out of all 4 of them, I really wanted this Cliffjumper. I know they're probably going to come out down the line with a separate piece, but I got a good price on the pack, so I jumped on it while I could. So let's take a look. We're not going to take a look at the box. We did that already. Let's just take a look at the figure. All right, so here he is out of the packaging, and he is definitely a chase, remold, repaint, and all that good stuff. I could tell, the shoulders are the worst part of this mold. It really is. But before we get into all that, let's take a look at the figure. It looks great right out the box. It really does. It's a good mold if they would do something better with the shoulders, I think. And then this mold would be 100 times better than it is. So let's take a look at that head sculpt. Got that Cliffjumper head sculpt from the cartoon with the horns. Red face, blue eyes, silver face. Going down. Just black and red. Nothing else going on really. You can see the horn sticking out right there for car mode. Translucent windows. Kind of tinted though, so they kind of cover up. Got the exhausts in the back. It's a clean mold, it really is. And right now it feels great in hand. So let's bring him down. Take a look. Let's take a look at his accessories. With the same accessories Chase does, which is kind of a letdown. I kind of wish he came with something different. But he has this plastic piece right here that will house that claw design that Chase has. These are done in a smoky gray translucent plastic as well. And he's got like the sirens that Chase has. Different. He's got this thing, the coned, and the squared one. Let me put these on the ground so you can see them better. So these are the way that he comes with. And we kind of wish he just came with like a different weapon than these things. These things were just garbage. I mean, these helped out in his for Chase because they were his sirens, but everything else, we didn't really need. Now this gets clipped on like this, and then it goes into his hand like that. So he holds it like side on. So if you get it into that, it's all right. And now these 2 pieces will go here. One will go on this side. You could probably hold it too if you wanted to. You could hold them in his hand if you wanted to, but me personally, I probably wouldn't even use these on him because they really don't go with his figure. But that's how they would look on him. So it's back. Let's take it back a little bit and you can see how they look with accessories on them, which not a fan of. And for some comparisons, here he is with Studio Series, the movie Cliffjumper, which is just like the one that came out in the War for Cybertron trilogy, just different colors on the chest and the legs and all that to make it more tune accurate. With the old G1 Cliffjumper, it was very loose. And here he is with Chase, so you can see how they look together. Yeah, so these things actually are picked out in paint and color. Where his is all just one color. Now I wonder if they're going to do a zombie version of him. But yeah, so that's his mold mate. So you can see where he came from. And finally, here he is with the rest of the wave, or his package buddies. Here's the 4-pack all together. 3 Decepticons versus 1 lonely Autobot. I don't think it's going to end well for Cliffjumper. It never does. Okay, now for the fun part, let's get them all transformed. The other look you can do with the accessories if you wanted to is you could hook the claw up to these pieces here and here, and then just leave that as is, as a handheld pew-pew. And if I do anything with this guy for display reasons, I may just do that, only because I don't like the whole claw thing. But that was an option. Of course, I was reading the directions, which I should have done from the beginning to let me know about it. All right, here he is back from transformation in vehicle mode. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this car mode, even though it's almost exactly like Chase. But come on, you got a bull hood ornament. Come on, bullhorn hood ornament. That alone looks awesome on it. Kind of has like almost like a Dodge Charger / Mustang look to it, especially in the back. This reminds me of a Mustang, but the front reminds me of a Charger. It is very panely, but got the Autobot logo right there. The pipes doesn't look bad though. It really rolls nice and smooth. It's got some great detail, but not enough paint to pick out those details. Transformation is a pain in the butt. These things are get in the way of each other, of the other parts, so it's kind of hard to put together. Here's very clean bottom. You see his hands, but everything else pretty much folds up pretty nicely and hides away. Yeah, that is alt mode, and of course in alt mode you could take these bits and pieces and put them on, but I'm not going to do all that. Not for this car. Maybe for Chase it's required. I don't know if it's required, but it doesn't look good for either one of them anyway. So that's alt mode. Let's get into some comparisons. Let's do Studio Series Cliffjumper from the movie. You can see how these two look together. Profile of each car. Here he is with G1, and he's come a long way since G1. A little squat little vehicle. Here he is with Chase, his mold mate. Which isn't, I really like the car mode in Chase also. Like I said, this would be the really good figure if the arms were better done, like they don't click into place. That's the only gripe I have with this mold. But car mode looks really good, and they look good in robot mode as well. This is the best I can do, but here's all four of them from the 4-pack together. All right, so that was my look finally at the Versus 4-pack from Legacy United, and this was Cliffjumper. By the way, there is another mode that you could do with the gun. You could put this up top and give it like a 3-barrel blaster effect for his hand. I should read directions before going in on this, but I really don't. I'm poorly prepared. But yeah, this is I like the mold, but I know with the way the shoulders are set up, they're going to start sloping down because if they get loose. He's tight enough right now where they're staying up, but there's no locking point, so they will fall apart. They will fall down eventually. My Chase, I only transformed a few times. He's already loose. These things will get in the way of our arm articulation. As far back as they go, they still get in the way of rotation. But vehicle mode, this thing shines. It looks great in vehicle mode. I love it. I really like the vehicle mode. I'm not gonna lie. I just bought it for this guy because I really wanted vehicle mode, and I know how I'm gonna get burned because they're probably gonna release him separately, and then I'm gonna have two. But hopefully maybe that won't happen. But Hasbro, they want their money. Yeah. So this 4-pack review is finally over. I can move on now. Hope you all enjoyed this. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy your toys. Crazy Eats is out.